Ever wondered why animals seem to act strangely before major earthquakes? From dogs barking nonstop to birds suddenly fleeing and farm animals growing restless, these behaviors have been reported for centuries. It almost seems like animals get a warning before humans do. So what's really going on? And is there real science behind it? Let's dive into how animals may sense earthquakes before we can, right here on History of Simple Things. The idea that animals sense earthquakes before humans isn't new. In fact, this tradition dates back thousands of years. Ancient Chinese records describe unusual animal behavior before earthquakes as early as 373 BC. Farmers, fishermen, and villagers all over the world have long shared stories of animals acting strangely before the ground starts shaking. Dogs whine, cats hide, birds suddenly disappear. Even fish are reported to swim erratically. For a long time, scientists dismissed these stories as coincidences or exaggerations. But as technology improved and more data became available, researchers began to take a second look. Here's an important fact. Animals are not psychologically predicting earthquakes. They aren't seeing the future. What scientists believe is happening is that animals detect physical changes that occur before the main shaking of the earthquake begins. These changes are usually too subtle for humans to notice, but animals' senses are far more sensitive than ours. So, instead of predicting, it's more accurate to say that animals may be reacting to early warning signs. When an earthquake happens, it doesn't start with one single type of vibration. It actually releases different kinds of seismic waves. The first to arrive are called P waves, or primary waves. These travel faster and cause very slight ground movement. Most humans can't feel them at all. But animals, especially those close to the ground, may be able to detect these tiny vibrations. To them, it might feel like something is wrong before the stronger, more destructive S waves and surface waves arrive. In some cases, animals may simply be reacting to vibrations that humans have not yet noticed. Many animals can hear sounds far outside the human hearing range. Dogs, cats, elephants, and even birds can detect very low-frequency sounds called infrasound. Earthquakes can produce low-frequency rumbling before major shaking occurs. While humans can't hear it, animals might. To an animal, this could sound like a distant thunder that never stops, or a strange vibration in the air. That could be enough to trigger fear, stress, or escape behavior. Some animals are especially sensitive to ground movement. Snakes and rodents are in direct contact with the soil. Elephants can feel vibrations through their feet and bones. Burrowing animals live underground, where small tremors may be more noticeable. Their bodies may literally act like natural seismic sensors. Even tiny shifts in the earth could feel dramatic to them. Here's where things get even more interesting. Some research suggests that rocks under stress before an earthquake can release electrical charges. These charges may affect the air, the ground, and the water sources. This can sometimes create changes in air ionization or even small electrical fields. While humans wouldn't notice, some animals might. Certain species are sensitive to electrical and magnetic fields, including fish, birds, and insects. This could explain strange swimming patterns, flight changes, or sudden migrations before earthquakes. Before some earthquakes, small amounts of gas, like radon, may be released from cracks in the ground. Animals with strong senses of smell, like dogs and rodents, might detect these chemical changes. To them, the environment suddenly smells wrong, triggering stress or escape behavior. Again, humans usually wouldn't notice anything at all. Dogs and cats are the most commonly reported animals acting strangely before earthquakes, and that's partly because they live so closely with humans. People notice when their dog won't stop barking or their cat suddenly hides under the bed. But wild animals likely react too. We just don't always see it. Birds may leave an area, insects may go quiet, and small mammals may change their behavior without anyone realizing it. One of the most famous examples comes from Haicheng, China, in 1975. Before a major earthquake, officials received many reports of strange animal behavior. Snakes leave their burrows in winter, rats acting erratically, livestock refusing to enter barns. Combined with other warning signs, authorities ordered an evacuation. When the earthquake hit, many lives were likely saved. However, this is one of the few cases where animal behavior matched official action. Most of the time, animal behavior alone is not reliable enough to serve as a warning system. Here's the big challenge. Animals act strangely for many reasons. They may react to storms, thunder, changes in air pressure, loud noises, other animals, stress or illness. If a dog barks at night and an earthquake happens the next day, it's easy to connect the two, even if they're unrelated. This is called confirmation bias. We remember the hits and forget the misses. Scientists still haven't found a consistent, reliable pattern that works every time. Most scientists agree on a few key points. Some animals likely can sense early physical signals before earthquakes. These signals include vibrations, sound, electrical changes, and chemical changes. Animal behavior alone is not accurate enough to predict earthquakes reliably. So while animals might sometimes give us an early clue, they can't replace modern seismic monitoring systems. Even if animals can't predict earthquakes perfectly, this topic shows just how incredible animal senses really are. They can hear what we can't. They can feel what we can't. They can detect environmental changes long before humans are aware. In a way, animals are living proof that the world is full of signals we simply aren't built to notice. So no, animals probably aren't psychic earthquake predictors. But their incredible senses may let them pick up tiny warning signs, vibrations, sounds, and environmental changes before humans ever notice. It's not magic, it's biology. And it's another reminder that animals experience a hidden version of the world we barely detect. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.